My name is Chris Rogers, and I'm running for the Santa Rosa City Council. I come from a public service background. I was born in Santa Rosa and raised around Sonoma County, and I grew up in a nonprofit family. My mom runs a local nonprofit that works with developmentally delayed children under the age of 5. And growing up, the expectation was always that I would work hard and take care of our most vulnerable. So while I was in college, I went to work for the legislature and fell in love with public service. For the last decade, I have helped represent Santa Rosa, most recently serving as senior staff for State Senator Mike McGuire. I've had the opportunity to work on issues that actually matter to our city. I have helped with legislation that has kept seniors in their homes, lifted children out of poverty, and helped protect our coast and our open spaces. I've served on the Sonoma County Task Force for the Homeless, the Area Agency on Aging, and the Violence Prevention Partnership, working on gang prevention issues, and many other boards and commissions. I have worked on real issues that have made people's lives better through our victories and worse through our failures. For me, good policy will always trump bad politics, and working in disadvantaged communities has made me highly sensitive to the struggles that were going on within my own city. Our working class families and small businesses are being priced out of our neighborhoods. Our roads and infrastructure are crumbling. And far too many people don't have an effective voice in the decisions being made at City Hall. Like many, I struggle to live in this community. Between rising rents and a high cost of living, too many of our families are just trying to get by. Add in student loan debt, and it feels like many of us are trying to build a life with an anchor around our necks. I want Santa Rosa to be a place where planning for our future means investing in public transit and nearby housing that's affordable for everyone, where all you need is a good idea and you can start a small business and build a better life for you and your family, and where everyone is working together to address our most pressing challenges. If elected to the Santa Rosa City Council, we're going to focus on 5 areas. The number one issue facing our city is housing and homelessness. Santa Rosa has a homeless rate 3 times the national average. I was always taught that if you work hard, get an education, you can pull yourself up by your bootstraps and build a better life. Yet we have 800 SRJC students who go to bed every night in their car or on the street. That's simply unacceptable. We need both short-term and long-term solutions that will develop housing at all economic levels. We need to continue to pursue a housing-first strategy that will get our homeless population into homes and wrap around the services that they need to break the poverty cycle and keep them off the street. We're going to support small business growth and innovation. We are going to develop a website that allows anyone with a good idea to select where they are in their small business development, and it will give them a checklist on what they should be doing. It will also give them a direct contact to someone at the city who can assist them. We need to develop small business incubators and make sure that we are supporting entrepreneurs who want to turn our city into an innovation hub that will bring good jobs back to our community. It should not be rocket science to start a business in Santa Rosa. We are going to address our crumbling roads and infrastructure, and we're going to amplify the voice of neighborhoods in the process. When I was first appointed to the Santa Rosa Community Advisory Board, I was frequently asked why certain areas of town were repaved over and over again while others were ignored. There's a very clear policy answer. It's 26 times cheaper to repave decent roads than it is to rebuild failed roads. But if you live in the areas that aren't being repaved, it doesn't feel very equitable. The reality is, the city of Santa Rosa needs to spend $17.5 million a year just to maintain the quality of roads that we have right now. This year, we're spending about $8 million. And that includes a $3 million infusion of one-time funds that was requested by the Santa Rosa Community Advisory Board to be allocated through a community process. Last year, we held 5 community meetings to ask the public what potholes they needed fixed, what bike lanes they needed striped. We are currently doing our 2nd year of these meetings right now. And my dream is that this $3 million is the start of participatory budgeting for the city and will serve to better engage our community in the decisions that we make. Finally, we have to seek innovative ways to make green energy accessible to our middle class and low-income families. The majority of our state's greenhouse gas emissions come from inefficient cars and inefficient vehicles. It's really easy to be an environmentalist if you can afford to put solar panels on your home or if you can afford to drive a Tesla, and that's not the majority of Santa Rosans. If you are struggling to put food on the table for your family, it's really hard to be an environmentalist If we want the green movement to succeed, we need to make it accessible to everyone. And I could go on. There are so many issues facing this city: education, public transit, marijuana. I care very deeply about Santa Rosa. I was born here, and it's where I'll raise my family. I am so honored to have the support and endorsement in my campaign of the Sonoma County Democratic Party, the Sierra Club, Congressman Mike Thompson and Senator Mike McGuire, and dozens of other community representatives. And I would be honored to have your support as well. Again, my name is Chris Rogers. I'm running for the Santa Rosa City Council to build a more livable community. I hope you'll join me, and I hope I can count on your vote this November. Thank you so much.